Friends, in this class, I am going to teach about simple tissue of permanent tissue. Already I told you that generally plant tissues are of two types. They are meristematic tissues and permanent tissues. In the previous class, I taught about meristematic tissues. In this class, we will see about simple tissues. These simple tissues are one of the type of permanent tissues. So, we can also call it as simple permanent tissues. Simple tissues are homogeneous tissues composed of structurally and functionally similar cells. Example, parenchyma, collenchyma and sclerenchyma. Homogeneous tissues means similar cells. Now, we are going to see about parenchyma. Parenchyma are simple permanent tissues composed of living cells. Parenchyma cells are thin-walled, oval, rounded or polygonal in shape with well-developed spaces among them. See the picture. The parenchyma cells are made up of very thin-walled cells with intercellular spaces. Polygonal means they have many sides. Now we are going to see about the types of parenchyma cells. First one is aerenchyma. Due to the presence of more air spaces in water plants, that is in aquatic plants, this type of parenchyma is called aerenchyma cells. Then the second type of parenchyma is chlorenchyma. When the parenchyma cells are exposed to light, they may develop chloroplast in them. So, they are called as chlorenchyma. See the picture in the leaf cells. More chloroplasts are seen. So, they are called chlorenchyma. Next one is functions of parenchyma. Parenchyma may store water in many succulent and xerophytic plants. Xerophytic plants means the plants which are grown in dry areas, that is desert plants. It also serves as the functions of storage of food reserves, absorption, buoyancy, secretion, etc. Here buoyancy means the floating ability of the plant parts. The next simple tissue is collenchyma. Collenchyma is a living tissue found beneath the epidermis. Cells are elongated with unevenly thickened non-lignified walls. Here the picture is having the thickenings in the intercellular spaces in cross section. The cells have rectangular, oblique or tapering ends and persistent protoplast. They possess thick primary non-lignified walls. They provide mechanical support for growing organs. Due to the presence of thickenings in the intercellular spaces, the collenchyma is useful for give support to the growing organs. Then the last simple permanent tissue is sclerenchyma. Sclerenchyma consists of thick-walled cells which are often lignified. Sclerenchyma cells are dead and do not possess living protoplast at maturity. Sclerenchyma cells are grouped into fibers and sclerates. So, regarding sclerenchyma, you have to remember that they are dead cells, but other cells like parenchyma and collenchyma are living cells. We can see the thick-walled cells in the picture, that is the red color walls are very thick This is the peculiarity of the sclerenchyma. There are two types of sclerenchyma cells. They are sclerids and fibers. Fibers are elongated sclerenchymatous cells, usually with pointed ends. See the picture. The first picture is the fiber that are very elongated cells with lumen. They have pointed ends at both the sides. The average length of the fiber is 1 to 3 millimeter. However, in plants like Linum usitatissimum, that is flax plant, Cannabis sativa, hemp plant, and Carchorus capsularis, jute plant, the fibers are extensively longer, ranging from 20 millimeter to 550 millimeter. Then the second type of sclerenchyma is sclerids. The sclerids are usually broad, may occur in single or in groups. Sclerids are isodiametric with lignified walls. The walls are having lignin. Isodiametric means they are same diameter with lignified walls. Pits are prominent and seen along the walls. Lumen is filled with wall materials. Sclerids are also common in fruits and seeds. Thank you.